I'm ready. I'm ready, cuz. I got my squads now together. You pick first, cuz. You the visiting team.
A few days ago, Snoop Dogg and 2 Chainz got on Instagram Live and drafted a basketball squad comprised of only rappers. Snoop ended up picking up Chris Brown, David Banner, and even Lil Dicky, while 2 Chainz went with picks like Dave East, Playboi Carti, and Quavo. For the record, I think Dave East would be like LeBron if the two teams faced off. Anyway, the whole 12-minute video immediately went viral, and it sparked a lot of good conversation. I'm a basketball fan and watch the NBA, but I thought that instead of just copying Snoop and 2 Chainz' idea and giving you guys my picks for an all-hip-hop starting 5, I'd switch things up a little bit. Today, we're going to be putting together a football team using only rappers. For the sake of the video, I'll only be giving you my picks for offense, so that's a quarterback, fullback, running back, wide receivers, tight end, offensive line, and then a coach, general manager, and team ownership just for fun. Before I give you my picks though, I want you guys to comment below with your own squads and give your opinion. Now, without further ado, let's get into my picks. Let's start right at the head of the team with our head coach Kanye West. Kanye is going to be the ultimate leader. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy proved he's the master of bringing together the right ingredients to make a championship level album. And if you're in a locker room at halftime losing by 30 points, he's the only person I can think of who would inspire a comeback. With a head coach who can light a fire under any player, it's important to have a star quarterback.
Something for you throw it, thug.
Yeah, free him and go free Roscoe, motherfucker. Why I sell back on my ninth grade quarterback, Boston High. Ninth grade. When you in the trap, all these rules reply. Listen, nigga.
Okay, so Young Thug did actually play quarterback in his freshman year at Washington High School, but there's another Atlanta native who still holds a record for passing yards in his county, Quavo. Bergmar High School's old quarterback still holds the all-time record for most passing yards in a season. I can't think of any rapper who rivals Quavo at quarterback, plus he's the de facto leader of the Migos, meaning he'd be a natural leader on the team. Okay, now let's just imagine this in I formation. So behind Quavo is the most forgotten position on offense, the fullback. You can chalk this one up to Ross fit, because a few years ago I'm putting Ross on the offensive line, but now that he's committed to getting in shape, he's big enough to block, but agile enough to push the pile forward on third down.
Bitches want money stack, I just want my percent. She told me to hit the hole. I used to play running back.
Wale's single running back is actually as true as it gets. Back in high school, Wale wanted to play college football before his rapping career took off, and not many people know that he actually received scholarship offers from a few schools before committing to playing running back at Robert Morris, where he redshirted for a year. He left college pretty quickly, but I still think he's got the skills. And if Wale's skills from college transfer, then I've got to think 2 Chainz's skills from his basketball days transition into making him a starting wide receiver. All 3 of my wide receivers, 2 Chainz, Dave East, and J. Cole, played basketball at a high level and have the vertical and the hands to come down with the ball against anyone. I think I go Dave East as my wide receiver number 1, 2 Chainz as my number 2, and then put J. Cole in the slot. All 3 of these guys could go all season without dropping a pass from Quavo. In addition to the 3 receivers, I'd have to get someone almost Gronk-like as a tight end. Someone who's big enough to block, but can also have the hands and speed to go out for a pass, and I think Schoolboy Q is perfect for the job. Q actually played wide receiver and cornerback in his high school days and was used for punt returns. The Schoolboy Q of 2018 isn't as speedy, but he's in the gym turning his fat into muscle and his hands are still good. He's exactly the kind of tight end the team needs. It's also important to remember that it's not all about Quavo making the pass or Wale hitting the hole to make the play. It's all about the offensive line too. In this case, I've only picked 3 guys to get on the O-line, and that's DJ Khaled, Action Bronson, and T Grizzly. All these guys are big but have muscle under it, and to be honest, that's mainly why I picked them. I have nothing to say about their blocking technique except that it can be taught. Okay, so we've assembled our starting lineup and have a head coach, but just for fun, let's get 2 other roles filled here. The first one is assistant coach. This is the guy who's helping call the plays and kind of acting as a go-between when players are having problems with the coach. My assistant coach is Drake. He's caring, good with people, and can settle a dispute, but if you step out of line, he's proven on songs like 4 AM in Toronto and Back to Back that he can flip and put you in your place if he has to. And lastly, ownership of the team. I'm going to give Diddy his wish of owning a pro franchise. Sort of. Diddy and Jay-Z, hip-hop's biggest cash kings, would co-own the team in a joint venture between Roc Nation Sports and Combs Enterprises. I can only imagine the Duce sponsorship and Sean Johnny uniforms we'd rock. The swag on this team would make the '86 Bears look boring. Don't forget to comment with your own squads though. What did I get wrong and what did you like? You can also follow me on Twitter at Thomas K. Welker and talk more about football and hip hop.